Working with the Hardys and Edge and Christian over the next couple of months?
Never.
Okay.
Nope.
Never.
And I don't think they got bored of working with us.
Were the house shows like as magical as you see on TV? Like you
Better.
can't better.
Yeah,
House shows are better. Because
you-
we didn't have any restrictions.
Right, you were able with no time limit to go out there and do exactly what you wanted to do. You know, you didn't have to worry about having to get out in a certain amount of time because you didn't want to, go over the crossover in the segment. You didn't have to worry about, Vince getting hot because you were 2 or 3 minutes over. You were able to go out there and really, really give the people their money's worth.
Do you think a lot of guys, or maybe did you find that as you got further on in WWE, maybe not with the Hardys or Edge and Christian, that maybe on the house shows the guys kind of took it easier?
We didn't take it easy.
I know
we
you
actually
guys
worked harder because we were able to tell better stories.
Was there people though who wanted to like
Yes.
tone it down?
Oh yes, there was some. But when they got in the ring with us, though, it didn't work.
Do you think that was a problem with WWE because their house show business went down?
I have no idea. I didn't associate with myself with people who wanted to tone it down. I do remember one time when they first put La Resistance together, Sly and Rene Dupree. One of them came up to us and they're like, "Oh, there's only about 1,500 people out there tonight." I said, "Exactly, and we're going to work harder than we ever had." Because when there's 1,500 people out there, that means you have to work hard so the next time you come back, there's 2,000 people there. You can't take it easy. You know when you can take it easy? When you've sold the place out. Then you can take it easy. They're there anyway. So I never got bored working with the Hardys. We always had phenomenal matches.
What happened with you and Sly? There was an incident or something like that that the internet and people really focused on that maybe should not have been focused on.
The internet takes fucking tiny little things and blows them up. That's why I'm not a huge fan of it. And people who write for the internet and all these wrestling things should, bother to come to a show and live the life of a pro wrestler just once, just to see what it's really like. But no, they'll hide behind their keyboards. We had been working with La Resistance for a couple of months, and they were coming along. They were green as grass, green as goose shit, and but because they were doing they had the gimmick that they had, the whole French thing during the war, they were hated heels. And night after night we were trying to help them and make them better, but Sly was just not catching on. Rene was doing well because he came from a wrestling background with his father. Sly was just not doing well, and there were nights where he just would screw up things that we had been teaching him for weeks. And one night he just screwed up so bad that we basically
Beat him up.
yeah, we kind of beat him up in the ring. We had to rough him up. It was like tough love in the ring, Listen, if you're not going to listen to us, now we're going to have to stiff you and beat you up a little bit. It's old school wrestling 101. It's happened a million times before. When we got to the back, he came up to me and he said, "Why are you being stiff with me? Don't you know that I am green?" Which couldn't be any more disrespectful. So I smacked him.
At this point, I heard that I went, "No!"
I didn't punch him. I didn't punch him in the face or anything like that. I smacked him. I gave him a smack as if a father would smack his 16-year-old son for saying something stupid.
Right.
That's exactly what he did. He said something stupid and disrespectful. And the funniest part of this whole thing is when Johnny Ace tried to reprimand us for it. Guys, you can't be doing that. You can't be just beating up the young talent and everything like that. So I turned it right around on Johnny and I put him in a situation where only he could understand. I said, "Johnny, what would happen if me and Devon came to Japan and wrestled you and Dr. Death?" And for those of you who don't know, Johnny and Dr. Death, Steve Williams, were a very, very, very popular tag team in all Japan and in Japan wrestling. I said, "What if we would have had a match with you in the middle of Corrigan Hall? And after the match, we would have came back and went up to you and Doc and go, 'Hey, why'd you guys stretch us out there? Why were you so stiff with us? Don't you know it's our first time in Japan?' What would have happened?" And Johnny said, "Doc would have killed you." I said, and I said, "Johnny, would that have been right?" "Yeah." "So why are you busting our balls?"
All right.
"Oh, it's a different business."
Yeah.
Okay, it's a different business, but you know what? Leave us alone. Don't talk to us. Talk to the kids that that keep